Okay. Good afternoon, party peeps. I have found my tripod for the floor. So, I have to say, I am so glad that Crafter's Companion is teaming up with Totally Tiffany. Don't get me wrong on that. And I'm not trying to say that maybe this was a bad shipment or maybe this was just a lemon cart that I got. My husband is a professional welder. He's a journeyman welder. He works with metal all day. So, and yes, I intended to use that. So I know my metals, and I know them very well. And I know what is sturdy and what is not sturdy. I know what will work and what won't work, and how it should and shouldn't work. And when I was putting this together, my husband was sitting with me and he's like, "What the hell did you just pay $100 for?" I said, "No, honey, it was on sale for $89.99. Plus, we had the $20 off of $100 worth of whatever, so we got like $15 off." He goes, "You should have got that shit, pardon my language, that SHIT from for like $29.99, $19.99. It serves its purpose, so I use it because I don't have any more room. So I really considered sending it back, and then I thought, what else could I order? What else could I use? What else could I have to put all of this stuff on in order to still have room in my studio, but yet still be able to have my machines so that they're not hidden away somewhere and still have easy access to them. I don't want to put them in the cabinet. That's not why I bought them. I bought them so that I could pull them out right quick. I could throw them on my table. I could throw them on my sewing table. I could put them on my desk. I could put them wherever I want and I can use them. I could take them out of to the dining room or the living room if I so choose. I don't want them to be stacked on top of each other in a cabinet. That's not okay to me. I don't even like having this Ultimate Crafter's Companion big one sitting on my Gemini Go, but I don't have anywhere else to set it right now. It's too big to put in a lot of places. So, I just needed to start with that. I know my metals. I know good quality metal construction. And when I opened this, I'm like, okay, we've had items like this where this was very thin metal and it's, been still useful and it's held up fairly well. And I'm not going to say that this isn't holding up right now because it is. And, well, I've already told you why I purchased it. One, it had the top on it so that I could put more than one machine on here. So this is the frustrating part to me. So I'm going to go ahead and remove my machines so I can kind of explain to you my purpose for saying that I don't believe this is a quality cart. Okay.
Some greens and maybe adding a darker green here and there.
So sorry about that. I'm just gonna take all these little machines out of here. Take all this stuff so that it's just the metal. I'll leave the apron on because the apron really has nothing to do with the metal whatsoever. So with all of the machines that are in this cart, I have covered all 7 feet of my cutting table. So first of all, this metal, and it just pops off. This is like, it's just a tad thicker than aluminum can. It's been done in a press, in a shop, obviously. But it isn't even, you can't even get it to stay straight. If you watch the light cast from above, you can see the machine, the shelf bends. Okay, this is poor quality. You should not have a metal that can bend so easily, especially if it's supposed to be supporting something heavy. I can't think of what, I mean, what else do we use this metal for? I can't even think right now. This metal is just super thin. You could put 2 Coke cans together and get the same kind of metal. So this is the same thing, the same kind of metal. It's the same thing, but as you can see, I'm having trouble getting this out of the cart. Why do I need to have that much trouble getting it out of the cart? And when I got it, I actually had to have my husband go and bend some of these into place, because you see this gap here? This gap shouldn't be here because it's not here. You don't see it here. This is where the shelf's supposed to slide. Well, look at the bottom of where the shelf has been sliding. It's all scratched up on the bottom. Over here is the same thing. So on this side, there's no gap. I had to have my husband fix it. And these, I'll move down here and zoom in a little bit so that you guys, okay, so in here, it's the same thin metal. I could cut these with the wire snips that I have hanging on my wall. There are these 2 tabs here, and they're supposed to be the safety catches. So you can see the tab. Let me see. You can see there's one here, and it's bent somewhat down. And this one over here is standing straight up. Now, that's why I couldn't get the drawer out. It's supposed to be a safety to keep the drawer from falling off. But because the metal is such poor quality, it doesn't achieve that. And so to put the drawer in and put it in properly, because you want to put this one in the back, because this is where the weld is, and this is where the bars are resting and able to hold all of your stuff. You shouldn't have a welding spot that has a bump in it either. This is over welded. This metal has been over welded, and they just sprayed right over the top of it. So yeah, it's cut and it's soldered and welded. You can't even call it welding, because this thin of metal, you heat it up too much, it's going to warp. So it's been soldered together by a machine. The machine didn't do a very good job. And so now I'm going to have to fight to get this shelf back in, simply because of this one tab. It's not bent back, so therefore I can't put my shelf in. I can put this side in, no problem. I could do this side all day long. No problem whatsoever. But this side, no. I have to fix it. I actually used my husband's wrenches for this last time, and all I have right now are my wire snips in order to bend it over. And you don't want to bend it all the way down, because you do want it to be able to catch your drawer so that your things don't fall out. There's no reason, after paying, even though I paid $70 for the cart, I shouldn't have to take pliers or wire snips or anything to any of my product whatsoever, just so I could put my shelf in and out. I just shouldn't. I wouldn't expect you to have to do that. I wouldn't expect me to have to do that. I wouldn't expect anybody to have to do that. So now this doesn't even want to line up. Okay, so now I've got it to line up. Let's see. Oh, okay. Now I got it to push in. The drawer is having the same issue. You can hear that it's snagging because it has the same problem. This tab in here, let me zoom in for you guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, so because this tab up here, or down in here, is standing up. My phone won't zoom for some reason right now. So this tab I'm going to have to fix, just like I had to fix that tab. And all I did was take the drawer out, and this tab in here is completely flat. It isn't even standing up. It isn't even standing up. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Look. Look what just happened on camera. It broke off. So now, that's one thing. First of all, I don't want my cat to get it because it's metal, and I don't want her to step on it and cut herself because it's extremely sharp. But now, also, I do not have a backup for if I pull that shelf out, I have no guarantee that that shelf is not going to fall down and my machines are going to be able to be extremely secure on there. I only have this half-ass tab up here that, I'm sorry about my language, it just frustrates me. So we only have this half tab here that's working on this shelf, and I'm gonna have to bend it back like I did below, or up here on top. So we all see these mesh type things for like holding your pens and your pencils and whatnot. So this really isn't strong enough to hold as much weight as I'm giving it, especially when it's only on those two tiny slides. So when I try to pull it out, it resists being pulled because there's too much weight in here. So when I take my machines out, you saw at the beginning, I didn't open this drawer because I can't. It's too heavy. It just isn't built to hold that much weight. So I had to take the machines and lift them out myself. Now I'm gonna have to see if I can get this one in. And okay, let's see. This was the problem I had when I was putting it together. I couldn't get them to go in. I'm gonna have to fix that tab. So I hope you understand. I'm not trying to put down the company, and maybe they have other good quality products. But from my one experience on one cart, the only reason I'm keeping it and didn't send it back is because it holds what I need it to hold, and it fits in the space that I have. This bottom shelf down here has trouble coming in and out. It's got the same tabs on it. It's the same hold your pens and pencil material mesh in it. When I have my Gemini in here, I cannot pull this drawer out at all. Not with one hand anyways. And this is on casters. It's on wheels. So there's not really any way I can push it up against the wall. I can hold it with my foot or whatever to try and get the machine out. The point is, I shouldn't have to do that. These should be oiled well enough at the price point that they're selling that I don't have to do that. That the shelf should come out on, the drawer should come out on its own without having to be held in place if you're going to put a weight limit on it. Now the weight limit on the machine, see, this is the other frustrating thing, is that it doesn't line up. And so you really have to, okay, here we go again. Another, see, this is why, oh my word, this is why I'm not happy with this cart. This metal alone is just the least expensive metal that you could buy to use on anything. I love the apron. The apron is fantastic. It will hold everything and then some. But putting this together, these rods were so easy to bend, but then the screws wouldn't go all the way in when I put it together. They're not all the way in. Some of these are not even all the way in. It's just not a very, it's a great concept. It's a good place to start, but it needs some improvements. It needs a little bit thicker metal. I mean, and in order to sell it at the price point that she is selling these products, and if it's on sale for $89.99 and the normal price is $99.99, plus you have to pay shipping and handling on it, I would expect it to do much more. Now, for my husband to look at that and go, that was a waste of damn money, I can't argue with him. When I got it home and I unpackaged the box, I almost sent it directly back. I almost did not finish unpacking it. I almost just repackaged it and sent it right back to HSN. But I needed the space, so I put it together. I put my machines on it. It fit. Everything fit in here. I told my husband, I said, it rolls. It holds my machines. The only reason I'm not undoing it and returning it is for that reason only. So I'm not, it did come with 2 plastic containers that I showed you, is holding all of my dies, and then my subscription box toppers and decoupage and stencils, etc. Other things that come in my subscription boxes and from the magazines and whatnot. This is just, I'm sorry. I guess maybe because being the wife of a welder, and my son is now a welder as also, just knowing the different types of metals and what it takes to have good quality, then this is poor quality. I would expect to get this somewhere like maybe Walmart or Target, where they didn't want to spend enough money to make it worth your while in order for it to last any amount of time. I don't know how long mine will last, because it will last long enough because I'm not pulling these drawers in and out. I just don't do it. Simply, 1, I don't want the drawer to fall out. 2, I don't want my machines to fall on the ground. So, let me show you. I put my Gemini in here, and it fits in here just perfect. And I don't put anything else in there because of the weight. I don't want to overload it. And yet, I have to fight to push this in with the weight of that one machine. Now, with these ones and this tab being gone, I'm not even going to pull this drawer out. I'm just going to take my Gemini Go, and I'm just going to put him, well, I guess I'll pull it out a little bit. I'm going to put him in there. I'm going to take my stamping mats, platforms. I'm going to set them right next to him. I'm going to take an extra, because Lord knows I don't have enough cutters. And I'll put it back there. And in order to push that one, I have this shelf pulled out. So this shelf holds my junior over here. I don't pull the shelf out. And then I put my mini here so I can reach it. And then, oh yes, I put my ultimate big one, Crafter's Companion Ultimate. Put it on here. I have nowhere else to store it. So now, here comes the issue. This apron is great. I don't have any complaints on the apron whatsoever. It's fantastic. Another reason why I bought it. And though this is the other part that's frustrating, is it's got just the squeeze clamp that are meant to just push down. And if you don't have them just right, or if this apron is in the way, then they won't just push down. And I'm actually having to fight with the clamp right now because it's unlevel. Okay, so I've got it on there, but I mean, I really am putting my full trust in this shelf to not fall off, and I don't pull the cart by its shelf at all. I pull the cart by the handle here when I pull it out from under my desk, because I don't want it to fall. I don't want the shelf to fall off like it just did. I don't want it to come apart like it just did. Because as you can see, this is not an easy thing to put back together. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, I swore I would never take it apart again because of how difficult this was the first time. And it's this difficult again. You'll never see this come off of this cart again. Now, I have to put my no-slip grip back on here because I don't want my machines to fall off of the shelf that barely stays on its own. And I have to carefully put them away. And it does fit my 2 guillotines and my foil press on here, as long as I've got them the flat side, flat side to flat side, then it fits on there. So if you watch, well, it's got weight on it, you can barely pull the drawer open. Close. Same with this drawer. It barely pulls open, and now it doesn't have that other tab, and now I'm concerned. Oh no, is this shelf gonna fall out? Is everything gonna fall out? What, am I gonna lose anything? I don't want that to happen. That would be no bueno. That would be no good. And there's no way I'm gonna pull this shelf out. There's just no way. I don't trust it. It's great access for my pens. It holds my foil press dies. It holds my stamping paper. I will find something to put in there, I'm sure. Right now, this holds my stamping mat. It holds my foil quill magnetic mat. Holds my glass tablet. It holds my paper Crafter's Companion 12 by 18 double-sided cardstock. It holds the cords. It holds the plates. It holds everything. And it's small enough I didn't have to alter it to slide it under my desk. So when I say that I'm just not happy, and I'm not going to buy another cart from Totally Tiffany unless their products get better. As you can see, I don't use the handle. I don't want to use It fits. I can reach it. I pull it out down here, push it back in that way, so that I don't have any chance of any of those shelves or machines coming undone. That's my only complaint about this cart, is the material is just not strong enough for what she's asking you to put in it. If I were to put 5 paper pads in there, holy cow. I tried to mail 5 paper pads in a I can't think of the word, a priority mailbox. And 5 pounds, they wanted to charge me 80 some dollars due to the weight of the 5 12 by 12 paper pads that I had in this box. I said, you know what? Let me try a different size box. So I found that the medium flat rate priority 2, the thinner boxes, that my 12 by 12s barely fit in there without curling, and that one shipped for $15, but the weight was still the same. I think it was 30 some pounds, 30 plus pounds for 5 12 by 12 paper stacks from Michael's. It was crazy. So if you're going to be putting your paper pads in there, you're going to be trying to pull your drawers out of there, the weight is going to be insane. You're going to have trouble pulling these drawers and these shelves and everything out. I just care enough about my equipment that I want it to be safe. For now, it's safe enough. The second drawer with the broken tab, now I'm a little concerned, and I probably won't be pulling that out very often with the Gemini Go and with my stamp pads and everything. So that first drawer in the middle there, I probably will not be pulling that out very much anymore. I've only used the Gemini Go 2 or 3 times. It's perfect for when I want to go downstairs and do some stuff and watch TV, because I don't get cable up here. I do get internet, but I do not get cable. So it holds my machines, it fits, it's serving its purpose. And that's all I needed it to do. So I'm sorry that this seems like I'm trying to put down totally Tiffany's products. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just saying the quality of the product could be better. And hopefully with Crafter's Companion, in their high quality of standards, they will try to improve upon the quality of these organizers that Tiffany sends us. Now, her other products I can't say anything about because I don't have any. This is the first thing totally Tiffany that I've ever purchased, and it's horrible. The apron and the boxes that hold the dies, fantastic. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. This, not impressed. So, on that note, I hope you all have better experiences with your Totally Tiffany carts. Unfortunately, I've had a bad experience with mine. If they work for you, I'm all for it. Use what works for you. And I'm not judging anybody. I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm just here to tell you about my experience, the quality of what I received, and that's it. On that note, I now, since the repairman's been here and I've watched the 3 hours, 2 hours and 20 minutes or whatever of the HSN preview, and I haven't eaten breakfast or lunch yet, and I need to take my medicine, I am going to let you go. That's just my perspective on Totally Tiffany carts. The rest of her products, I can't speak upon. All right, everybody, stay safe. Remember to inhale courage, exhale fear, follow your arrow, find the beauty in every day, and don't quit your daydream. I'll see ya. Bye.